Sir, I have to tell you, congratulations. I was in that theater last night watching this movie,
Oh,
and the
man.
energy, people were gasping, cheering. I mean, I was like applauding.
Wow.
So, congratulations.
Oh, man, that's... You want my phone number?
Sure. Okay, so Dennis Quaid never really plays a bad guy or a villain. So how was it for you to be able to do this movie and direct him in a role that he doesn't normally do?
It was incredible. Being able to have an actor, you know, I feel like Dennis is the last movie star that we have. You know, there's only a couple left. And he came 100% committed to the film. And we had a conversation where he said, look, man, I really love this character. I want to build him. I want to make him. We sat down about 2 weeks before the movie and beat out how many personalities this guy would have. And I said, Dennis, do you think? He was like, man, I could do it. And he brought it. And for me as a director, really it was about when do you turn them up and turn them down? Mm-hmm. And when is the right time to turn them up? You know, and what happens is in the film, what I'm noticing now, watching it with audiences, every beat that we discussed is really, really working. Because at first it's funny. You're like, yo, what's wrong with him, right? And then it turns into funny, turns to like, yo, he's a little crazy.
Right.
And then at the end, you like, wait a minute, what movie is this? And I just think, man, you know, I think it's one of the most brilliant performances I've ever seen him have. And I'm just happy that he did the film with me and took the time to do it. You know, it was an independent movie. And it's now becoming, you know, the buzz.
Well, I mean, I was sold. I was sold as soon as I said Dennis Quaid is the intruder. I was like, I was sold.
I want to see that, right? Yeah.
So,
Deon's a very collaborative filmmaker to begin with, and a very strong director. I mean, I like strong directors because that way I get to go out there and go crazy, and then I have somebody who, you know, can actually tell me, like, hey, that's way too much, you know, and bring me back in. Sorry, and but we were able to try everything. I mean, anything, the whole cast, and you know, we had there was a lot of, you know, hand-to-hand combat in this, and just setting up those scary reveals and everything it was a lot of fun.
Can you tell me a little bit about, because I think it's an homage,
Yeah.
the door scene with the knife. It looks a little bit like the Shining.
No, what movie is that? What movie is that? Of course, man. You know, when I prepped the film and wanted to make the movie, some of the beats in there, I really wanted to, you know, pay homage to some of the classic movies that I loved, you know, and The Shining was one. When I got Dennis Quaid, I said, man, this is a perfect time to play around. This is his world, who we're in his head, you know what I mean? He wants something back. And I'm like, man, we should play around with this. And, you know, the movie doesn't take itself that serious. And it allowed us to have those moments. And I really love The Strangers. I thought that was one of the, you know, to me, it was one of the best, you know, entry movies I've ever seen. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. They get in and out of the house. And I play with a lot, you know, a lot of those moments, Psycho with the knife, a lot of things I dropped in there. And there's some Easter eggs in there that I wanted the audience to find by watching the film and understanding, like, what's the universal message of the film. And, you know, these flawed characters are trying to get their relationship back. And something comes in between them. And it's a lot like life, you know what I mean? Sometimes you could either flee or you could be stronger and band together. And I don't think anyone understood what was going to happen at the end of this film.
That's my favorite part.
Right? I don't think anyone knew, like, the twist that they were going to encounter. Like, what is really happening? And then at that moment, you're like, oh, wait a minute. And I think it's just great, man.
Well, congratulations. You did your part. I was standing clapping at the end.
Oh, that's so great, man. I love it.
All right, guys, the movie drops May 3rd. Until next time, I'm Rick Hong. You've been watching Hollywood First Look Features.
You really want this place, don't you?
I do.
Welcome to Foxglove. I'm Charlie Peck.
This view is beautiful.
It's the only house I ever lived in.
Nice-looking family. We always had a lot of love here.
This house is yours now.
We'll take good care of her.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Have a good time in Florida, buddy.
You're not gonna believe this. Charlie is outside cutting the grass.
What?
Did you just get this out of the garage?
That's right, keep it. Something is really off with that guy.
Hey, Scott. Hello.
Hey, stop drilling holes in my house.
It's not your house.
Charlie's quite a guy. You know his wife died in that house.
You think that's blood?
Your days of dropping by are over. It's hard to say goodbye. He's watching you. This guy is dangerous.
What the hell?
You're not dying today.
The Intruder. Rated PG-13.